This episode of Beyond the Backyard is brought to you by Ultimate Archery and Outdoors, Ultimate Deer Products, Edutrax Incorporated, Red Light Flue Pot Seed Company, Tacticam, and by Jay's Sporting Goods.
Welcome back to Beyond the Backyard, the podcast where we talk all things Michigan, hunting, fishing, and the great outdoors. I'm Steve Kretovic, and today we've got a hot topic that's got farmers, hunters, and conservationists talking from the Upper Peninsula all the way down to Indiana. With a unanimous vote, the NRC moved to adopt a resolution that supports a year-round coyote hunt. While this resolution does not enact a year-round hunt immediately, it commits the NRC to adopting one ahead of the 2026 fur bearer regulation cycle. And let me tell you, a lot of people are calling this a huge win for common sense and wildlife management. In this podcast episode, we're going to dive into the background of this regulation change, what led to the 24 closure, why lawmakers like Senator Hotinga and Representative Fairbairn pushed to bring it back, the impact coyotes have on deer, turkey, livestock, and even your pets, and I'll give you a take on what it means for Michigan hunters. So stick around, this is going to be an action-packed, informational podcast. Let's start with a little history. Michigan first allowed year-round coyote hunting in 2016. Before that, coyotes could be hunted for most of the year, but the DNR had seasonal limits. In 2016, the move to make it year-round was largely about predator control. Coyotes are found in all 83 counties in Michigan. Yes, even downtown Detroit has seen a fair share of sightings. But coyotes are survivors. They adapt quickly to human presence, and they'll eat of just about anything. And their populations explode under the right conditions. So let's fast forward to 2024. The Natural Resource Commission decided to change things. They closed the coyote season from mid-April through mid-July. And that's roughly the breeding and pupping season for coyotes. Their official reason is concerns about protecting pups and avoiding disruption to the coyote family structure. What a joke. So the problem with this is that many hunters and farmers and rural residents say that decision was not based on sound science. They said they saw more coyotes, more livestock losses, more sightings in neighborhoods, and more predation on game species. Interstate Senator Michelle Hotinga from Manton and State Representative Parker Fairbairn from Harbor Springs. Both Republicans, both strong advocates for rights in rural communities. When the NRC announced the 2024 closure period, they didn't just grumble, they took action. In June of this year, they introduced bills in Michigan State Senate and the House to restore year-round coyote hunting. Senator Hotinga said, I quote, "The NRC decision to restore the year-round coyote hunting season is a win for common sense," end of quote. She also pointed out the repeal of year-round hunting lacked scientific basis and led to an increase in populations that caused problems for farmers and landowners. Representative Fairbairn went a step further, saying, I quote, "Coyotes are a natural part of Michigan's ecosystem, but they breed incredibly quickly. Their numbers can need to be aggressively managed to prevent harm to deer, turkey, hare, rabbit, and other species, not to mention pets and livestock." So here's something for perspective. A single female coyote can give birth to over 100 pups in her lifetime. That's a lot of mouths to feed, and they're not picky eaters. But let's talk the real-world impact. Coyotes aren't the evil villains that some people make them out to be. They're a native predator that plays a key role in balancing our ecosystem. They help control rodent populations, clean up carrions, and can even keep mesopredators in check. But when the numbers get too high, the equation changes. High coyote density can hammer down survival rates for deer, reduce turkey and small game populations, cause significant losses for sheep, goats, and even calves, and lead to dangerous encounters with pets. Small dogs and cats are especially vulnerable. Obviously, I've heard that fawns, on an average, can at least eat 1 to 3 fawns a year, which I think that's incredibly low. And talking to other hunters, I've heard that's incredibly low stat. They think that's way more than three fawns per coyote. So in rural areas, this isn't just a nuisance, it's an economic hit. A coyote taking down a lamb or a calf is real money lost for farmers. And as we know, cattle are not cheap to buy anymore. You go buy a calf at the auction, they are going to cost you $300 to $500. It is not a cheap option just to have a coyote take down one of your calves. So this reversal didn't happen in a vacuum, as Senator Hotinga said. We got here because people stood up, farmers, hunters, and local leaders made their voices heard, and it worked, end of quote. Public input mattered here. Calls, emails, public meetings, people showed up and spoke out. Whether you agree or disagree with this decision or not, it's a reminder that our policy in Michigan isn't just made in Lansing, it's shaped by the people who live it every day. So you can come online and you can talk and you can gripe, and that does help. But in order for stuff to get real change in this state, whether it's hunting or fishing, you have to be a squeaky wheel. You have to send emails, you have to make phone calls, you have to show up to meetings. They are not online looking at social media posts. They're not looking at your comments. They want to hear your actual voice in person or on the phone or in an email. Number one, there's more opportunity. You can hunt coyotes any time of the year, day or night, as long as you follow the existing nighttime hunting rules. Number two, there's predator control. If you're running a deer property, keeping your coyote hunter numbers down can help your fawn crop. And then there's also winter calling seasons. Many hunters will target coyotes in the snow for their pelts. That's still prime time. But now you can also hunt them during the summer. Personally, I think this is a big win for flexibility and local control. Nobody's saying you have to hunt coyotes in June, but if you're a farmer that's losing calves or you're managing a property and seeing a drop in fawns, having an option matters. It's about giving the tools to the people on the ground and not tying their hands with blanket closures. I know a couple months ago we talked to Joe Davis, one of our team members down in West Michigan area, and he's an avid, longtime coyote hunter. And he was saying just after the one season, without letting them hunt from mid-April to mid-July, that the numbers went through the roof. The amount of coyotes that he was not only hearing on a nightly basis, but seeing when he was out hunting had easily increased. I mean, he said it was a huge difference. And that was just after 1 year. So you can only imagine what would have happened if they would have let this go on for 3, 5, 10 years or more. Not only the damage it would do on our small game, but our damage it would do on our deer population. Like I said, they said that on average, each coyote can eat 1 to 3 fawns. I think that's way higher than that. So as those numbers increase and you let them just keep breeding and each one's eating those 3 fawns apiece, and your deer numbers are going to get hit, especially in the areas that don't have a huge deer density. So this is a huge win, not only for coyote hunters, but also for deer hunters. Personally, I don't think we have enough people in the state that coyote hunt. As fast as they reproduce in general, it is hard to keep up with it. We need more people that are out there shooting the coyotes, trapping the coyotes. If you have a problem with them, talk to people. There are people out there that will come to your property and predator hunt for you. It is an option. And I have never heard most people, if you have coyotes, most coyote hunters will voluntarily come hunt your property, no problem. They're always looking for spots to hunt. This is awesome. The fact that they closed it in the first place is completely ridiculous. I mean, you're going to close one of the biggest predators in the state of Michigan during their season when they're having their puppies, blatantly saying that you don't care about the deer population when you do that. I mean, there's no other way to put it. When you're going to let number one predator in the state reproduce, it's nothing but political at that point. There's no other reason. You can't base it on science. It's 100% political. They're saying they're trying to protect the family structure of a coyote. Come on, give me a break here. We're worried about family structure for coyotes as they're decimating the deer population. Coyotes just destroy a ton of deer. Like I said, I know we can talk to people that think that wolves are the number one issue in the UP, but according to a study that was done up there, coyotes are number one. So this is a huge thing, not only for the UP, but for the whole state of Michigan. Like I said, allowing year-round coyote hunting in the state. So there you have it. Year-round coyote hunting is back in Michigan. Whether you're in the Upper Peninsula calling predators in the snow or downstate trying to protect your chickens from a nightly visit, you've got the green light again. A big thanks to State Senator Michelle Hotinga and Representative Parker Fairbarn for pushing this issue, and to all the hunters and farmers and citizens who spoke up, taking the time to go to meetings, email people, call people. You didn't just go online and gripe. You got stuff done, and thank you for doing that on behalf of all of us. We really need to try further. And that goes for deer hunting. Get out there, be a squeaky wheel, let people know that you care, and eventually change will happen. If you enjoyed today's show, share it with a friend, leave a comment. I want to know what county you hunt in, what kind of coyote problem you see in your area. What do you think about this new change? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, that notification bell. You don't want to miss any of our new videos that we have coming up, especially our new hunting and fishing videos this fall. Until next time, get outside, be safe, and enjoy the wild right beyond your backyard.